looks like Bethesda just glitched out on us. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Wingin It podcast. Andre, how you doing, man?
Give me 1 second to reappear, and I'll tell you.
Today's episode is not sponsored by Bethesda.
It seems like it is because my camera keeps knocking off for some reason. Even though I fixed it, and it keeps popping me back out. I do not know what's causing it to do that. Maybe Bethesda's mad at
me. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. So today's gonna be a little bit interesting. There was a I don't want to call it a Twitter storm, but there was a reaction because Nintendo decided to do something that they should have did years ago. We'll get into that. Live service stuff. Apparently, people want live service games, and now they're saying they don't want them. We'll figure, and then we're just gonna freestyle for the rest of the episode because at this point, I'm just broken. So, hey, Vicky, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
We are doing well. So, first things first. Y'all like y'all Switch folders?
The groupings. Oh man. People got what they look. People have been asking for it. You got it. Yeah, it's something that should have been there at launch. You give them time. They'll figure it all out. Themes will be next, at least. Hopefully.
Okay, so here's the problem that I have. This idea of what's a standard feature and what isn't. All right. Okay, so you buy a car. A standard feature of a car is AM, FM radio. You want to know what's not standard? Satellite. Satellite radio is not standard. You have to pay extra for that, right?
Yeah,
right.
Premium.
That's premium, right? Okay. Why are people mad that other people don't get mad when they get mad about the feature debate and anytime Nintendo does something? I don't understand this. I'm trying, man. I'm really trying. I'm like, I got accused of defending them, and I'm like, dude, I want to say, 3 episodes ago? I was like, dude, they should have had folders and themes like years ago. I said that like 3 episodes ago, which would have been about a month ago. What?
People want to. If you're not mad about something that somebody else is mad about, then you're a part of the problem.
Well, that's true. But here's my thing to the crowd that says, "Oh, we're trying to encourage them to do better." Okay, here's the thing. What movement have you started? What strategy?
Hey, I can name a few. I mean, boycott Sword and Shield.
Or my first favorite, boycott Animal Crossing. Remember how that worked?
Oh yeah, that didn't work at all. There were inklings of boycott Arceus too. There were inklings of that, but that just kind of died, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing. I'm like, what movement have you started? What is your strategy for getting them to know you? Because, like Vicky said, arguing on Twitter ain't a strategy. It's not a strategy. Nope. So your whole encouraging them to do better doesn't mean anything because A, you sit up and say one thing, and sales say you do the opposite of that.
Hell, even their Twitter say they do the opposite of that.
That's also true. So I don't understand the whole logic. And at this point, I'm just laughing because I'm like, dude, half of the people complaining have bought stuff that makes their complaint completely pointless and worthless at this point.
Mm-hmm. That is very much true.
I mean, National Pokédex. Need I say more? Need I say more? All Nintendo had to do was do a custom Switch Lite, and all the people shut up. Oh, shut up.
And they definitely did.
All that boycott. This is anti-consumer. I love the anti-consumer stuff because people really don't know what anti-consumer means. But I digress. I'm just at this point. I'm miss me with the whole defending stuff, and I'm encouraging them to do better. Just miss me with that because if you don't have a set strategy or plan, you're not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just spitting in the wind. That's all you're doing.
I've had a set strategy of naming games that I think would be good to come to platforms, and it seems to be working because
Yeah, I
it's
need you to
happening.
get on that Skies of Arcadia, by the way.
Hey, look, it's in the queue. Okay, it's in
I'm
the
just
queue.
saying. I mean, we got Ninja Turtle, we got the Cowabunga collection. I need you to get on that Skies of Arcadia.
I will make sure it happens within the next 2 weeks.
Good.
That's the bet.
That means it should be coming out toward the end of the year. Thank you. I appreciate that. So,
Oh,
onto a little more funny thing that I found. I just think this is funny. What y'all think about live service games? Like your Babylon, what is it? Babylon's Fall.
yeah, Babylon. Yeah, Babylon's Fall.
The one
It felt all right.
that's completely messed up.
And look, Bethesda did it again.
Oh, they let you. Well, hey man, I told you just do the whole stream like this. Just do the whole stream like this. That way we can put it there that we're not sponsored by Bethesda.
I don't want to carry their mojo.
Too late. Too late. But okay, so the live service thing. I never thought this was a good idea.
It's not. It really is not.
From the get go, it was not a good idea.
Only place it somewhat worked was PC, and that was with older games way back when they could do subscription services for those games. You can't do that with everything.
Yeah. Because games as a service, as I see it, doesn't really work. Not completely anyway. Not in the way that they're trying to sell it. I would say
it works more as a temporary thing, but you cannot expect it to be something permanent. It's just not fully sustainable.
Yeah. So the whole Babylon's Fall is as sad as that is because I do like Platinum. I haven't even tried it, so I don't even know what the whole thing with that. I just thought it was funny because like people were complaining, but I'm like, didn't y'all say y'all wanted that?
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Well, people say they want things until they get it, and then they don't want it.
I mean, hey.
At this point, I'm of that belief as well. I'm like, okay, you said you wanted it, and it came, and now you're claiming you don't want it. And now it's trash and garbage, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, it goes both ways. They say they don't want something, and then they love it a year or 5 later.
Oh, you mean the Wii U constantly trending every month for like the last year?
Yep.
Because it trended twice this month.
Yeah, this is picking up more steam for something that not very many people had.
And people actually hate it.
Well, it's one of them things, but I don't see games as a service running all the. It's going to cause a lot of problems, especially if everybody has different levels of service playing the same games, and hey, your friend has one level and you don't. Like the situations we have with DLC now, that Nintendo figured out a good way to work with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But it's going to cause a lot of problems. It's going to cause arguments, fights. It's going to cause companies to lose money because they got to pump more money into these games in order to keep them updated constantly for it to be a live service. It's not a good idea.
So you think it's one of those situations where it's just too early?
It's a fad. That's how I look at it. Just like everybody's trying to put NFTs in their games.
Oh yeah, that boy. that backfired on a lot of people real quick because people thought people were gonna love that. I'm like, nah, bro,
Mm-mm.
they not.
Look, people don't want more expensive DLC.
No,
No.
nah, they really don't. So yeah, that
Like,
that pretty much backfired quick.
say,
So
the games already have DRM in them, so what's the point of an NFT?
when you say it like that, that's a good point. That is a very good point, actually.
It's like they didn't think about that at all.
Well, I
Just,
think they
hey,
just saw NFT and they saw dollar signs.
yeah, and they saw a bunch of pump and dump schemes happen and thought that they were just gonna make money.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, you if you were gonna do it, the game industry would be one you would probably want to start at. Seeing as how they got away with a lot of other stuff anyway, so
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't do that, but yeah. So that's just a weird little take that I found last week. But the real meat of today's discussion is we got a lot of games came out. So what I want to do tonight is do some first impressions. And Vicky, thank you for showing up. Room
Yes.
Factory 5, it's all yours. Take it away.
Yes, the new installment in the Rune Factory series made its way over to Yonder. So now we can play it finally. In this one, you can now have same-sex marriages. So it's like, wow, that's very progressive. Okay, I see you. I see you. It's visually, it's stunning. The controls are easy. I don't like the that when you walk up to your farm, it does a top-down. So camera view, I don't think that was necessary. The kind of
So you can't control the camera in certain areas or just all the time?
huh?
Is it a fixed camera all the time?
When you go to your farm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So otherwise, the camera is like regular.
Okay. All right.
Then all of a sudden it goes like top down. I'm like, ugh, I hate you. No, why? I'm like, can I go into settings and change this? Because this sucks. I hate that. It's not necessary. Um, but overall, like I'm enjoying playing it so far, meeting the characters. Obviously, your character has amnesia, does not remember who they are, because that's Rune Factory games. And now you're going to help out the townsfolk, defeat some monsters, befriend some monsters that you would then put in your farm to, take stuff from them.
Gotcha.
Marry some characters. My plan is to confess my love to as many characters as possible and establish a healthy poly relationship. Marry only one of them. But I gotta meet everybody first. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket with one particular character that I'll marry. I want to be able to marry or date all of them or date most of them. But I've already broken up with some of them. I'm like, all right, I don't want you no more.
Oh, already broke up.
Why is this turning into a daytime drama?
It is. It's like, there was two sisters. There were some sisters. I was like, oh, I'm gonna holler at her. I want both sisters. And then for whatever reason, the one sister became just a friend, and she's no longer in love with me. So I was like, all right, well then I don't want your sister either. If I can't have both, I don't want either one.
Yeah, people, go over to the Twitch channel. You'll see the whole. You'll see the whole thing.
You'll see. The whole thing plays out of me just breaking up with people. Like, all right, well, never mind.
It's like, well, if I can't have both, then I don't want none.
Exactly. And there's one chick who's like part fox or whatever. She doesn't quite speak English.
Keeps the neck.
So it's kind of it's weird. It's very weird because she doesn't speak English, but you can understand what she's saying because you can talk to beasts. And I'm like, why would I don't. This becomes into a weird fetish.
Hold on. You find this part to be weird.
Yeah.
Not the whole discussion you just had.
No, that's totally. Yeah, come on now. In reality, in the real world, there's people who date both siblings and be messy as I don't know what.
Boy. Well,
It's true.
hey man,
It's true. So there's a brother-sister combo on there, but I can't actually date the sister. She's not an option. But that's okay because the brother's hot. So, but he's also part animal of some sort.
this is gonna get so weird. This is gonna get so weird.
I think I'm just gonna have to watch these streams and do commentary over them.
Yeah, they're totally up on YouTube, and it's just.
I'm gonna have to do some reactions.
Yeah, there's a whole moment because I gotta every day I go talk to my different bays like, hey bay,
Oh,
sweet talk them, give them some on agree or whatever, give them like random food like, hey, love me, here's some food.
just over the gift giving.
Room Factory 5 that I'm discussing. But visually, it's awesome. The controls are very much a Room Factory controls. It's very easy to play, very easy to pick up. You don't, as you continue to level up, you get stronger, you get better weapons. You can also craft your own weapons. And you continue to just grow and get better. Then you're fishing, you're farming, and things of that sort. So
have you been fishing yet?
I have fished a few times. I know you can fish with and there's a tandem fishing thing that I thought was interesting. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I had to build my relationships more so people can go out with me on adventures and fight monsters. Because right now, I think maybe I might have one or two relationships that are now strong enough that they'll go out of the city and fight. But
because right now you're focused on your As the World Turns. Soap opera you got going on right now.
Of course.
She's trying to live her anime life. That's all that is.
Because I got this brother. I just met a princess and a knight. I'm trying to holler at both of them. I have a blacksmith and a carpenter who are rivals. I'm hollering at both of them.
This is gonna get so messy.
This is messy.
Oh, it's very, very messy. But okay, so as you're pursuing your relationships and you're building them, you have to reach level 7 where you can confess your love. And every time you confess your love, the success rate goes down. So if you're on like relationship number 4, that person like, hey, I love you. They'll be like, nah, I don't believe you. It'll be like, nah, don't pay attention to these other hoes over here. You're my number 1. Ignore them.
Lying through your teeth.
Yeah. And then you got to go on dates with them and stuff. So hopefully by then I will have met all the characters so I don't, confess my love and marry one. And I'm like, oh man, I wish I could have married this person. Because you can't get divorced, which I don't think is right. I think I should have the option to divorce and move on to the next person.
So wait a minute.
But you can't do like Fable either, and they mysteriously go missing.
No, you can't. You can't do a Black Widow challenge like in The Sims. No.
Okay, so your whole plan is to date everybody, but you can't get a divorce, so you have to make sure you marry the one you want to marry, but still date them. Okay.
They'll still date the other characters.
Hey, people, she got a plan. She got a plan.
Because
let's be honest. This sounds like every isekai on the planet. So,
or harem anime. So yeah, you got a point there.
Most isekais are harem anime, so it's still basically the same thing.
Yeah, good point.
Only thing you're missing is Truck-kun.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can give. I know you can like craft a ring and then you propose. I want to see if after I propose to that one person, can I make another ring and give it to somebody, give somebody else a ring, and see how that works out.
Ooh.
I'm experiment.
Oh, you trying to cause a fight?
Oh yeah. I think because you have to buy like a double bed for your house, but you can't. I don't think you can move more than one person in. But when you do multiple marriages, like everybody's supposed to have their own house. You can't take care of all of them. You're not supposed to have any of them. So I figure like they just still live in their house.
Good point. Good point.
At least that's
Good point.
economically sound.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can't deny the logic on that one. Oh boy.
But it's a great game, definitely fun. If you like action JRPGs that also has farming in it,
Oh, Trinell, you wrong.
yeah, you'll definitely enjoy.
Beach episode. Oh my goodness.
I mean, there is a beach, so
It's coming.
It is. It's coming, man. Gonna drag all of them down there. They all gonna be arguing and fussing with each other
yeah, probably.
over the same person.
Yes, me. And I'll be toxic. Like, I love all of you equally. Why can't we just make this all work?
Not everybody is willing to. They willing to throw down the brawl though. That's
Yeah, so I'm continuing my pursuit of my polyandry relationship. You can see on Twitch and YouTube as it plays out. As the Rune Factory turns. Yes.
It is funny. It is funny. It's very funny.
I mean, actually you should just title those uploads as the runes turn.
I'll rename them as the Rune turns episode 1, as the Rune turns episode 2. So the second episode drops tomorrow on YouTube.
That's the Rune turns.
Yes, I love all of you equally, but some more than others. Yeah, so right now Riker is my favorite character.
Okay.
Then that is not equally at all. I will equally use all of you to my benefit.
But I'll give them food, whatever their favorite food is. I'll make it for them.
Well, at least that's nice.
Stuffing everybody like turkeys and shit.
Exactly. I'm a feeder. Isn't that what that's called? A feeder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a feeder.
Oh, this is delving into places it should not. We're gonna stop right there. I'm calling it quit. This is where the stop sign is right here.
Tap it out.
This is the red wall right here.
So, Rune Factory 5, people, available on, I think it's on Switch and PlayStation,
PC,
right?
I think.
And PC? Okay. Yeah. So,
I'm pretty
you guys
sure.
are interested?
Hold on, let me check real quick. I
know it's Nintendo.
Yeah, I know. And I know the last one was on PlayStation, so I'm just
I don't know
assuming.
if this one is one.
I'm just assuming.
Just give me 2 seconds. I'll find out if it's on PC.
All right. Because I know a lot of Marvelous stuff is going to PC now, too.
Like, I feel like it's just on Switch.
No, it's not Rune Factory 5. It's just Rune Factory 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I thought Rune Factory 5 was just on Switch.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yep.
Yeah, so available on Switch. So check that out if you are interested. So I got my copy of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Very fun, actually. It's not, if you ever played any Kirby game, you already know what to expect. It's not hard, but it is easy to miss a lot of the stuff because especially when you're first going through and you're trying to go through each level, you don't know. They kind of try to tell you where to go, and if you follow that to get to the end, you're gonna miss something. So
yeah,
you're gonna have to play the levels over again because I'm like, there's a couple of levels where I'm like, I still don't know where in the world them DDDs at. I'm about to leave them, but I just don't know where they're at. But yeah, from a graphics level, it looks great. Shadow will love this. It has real-time ray tracing on the water.
Oh, real-time ray tracing? Yo, that
on
is
the water, yeah. The water
just like back on
real-time
GameCube.
ray tracing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I love the title of this video, by the way. It's just it's an amazing title.
So as far as like the graphics are concerned, it looks great. HAL did a pretty good job. It's not open world, it's open world-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is basically you have your levels you have to go to, kind of like what Super Mario Odyssey did.
Each level is a large sandbox.
Yeah, basically. and you're gonna have to drop abilities left and right. You're not gonna be able to go through using one, especially when the more levels you get to, because you're gonna have to use different stuff to beat different people. That kind of sucks because I am a blade head, so
Man,
I like using the blades.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
You
it is.
cannot run through this game with curb link the whole way.
No, you can't. They won't let you. I mean, you can. It's just gonna take a while, and I advise against it. Plus, they do have special areas that open up. Some of them are pretty standard, and then there's some that are pretty standard but with a time limit. I hate pretty standard but with a time limit. I can't stand pretty standard with a time limit because pretty standard with a time limit is annoying.
Isn't that their equivalent of Champions Road in that game? Isn't that the
Kinda
whole
like
goal
that.
of that is having a time limit?
Yeah, well, but the problem is not on all of them; it's on some of them,
Okay.
which is annoying. but like I said, it's not hard. The game is not hard in any stretch of the imagination. But I do love how it looks. So if they're gonna do DK like this, which is a rumor at this point, if that's what they're gonna do with DK, but bro, I'm here for it.
Hell,
Yeah.
I would like them to redo Star Fox Adventures like that.
Yeah, if they're gonna do it, yeah, do it.
I
Like
threw
that.
it out there. I threw it out there saying Retro should do both the remake of just do 3D of Donkey Kong and bring back Eternal Darkness as well. They wanted to do. They had a 3D action game that had like 3 like female ninjas or something in it originally.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to use a female action character or whatever they could, whatever engine that they had originally for that, which they ended up using pieces of it for Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2. They could use that for whatever they're trying to do for Eternal Darkness going forward if they decide to renew that franchise yet again, because they keep renewing the trademark.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I'm like, it's been over 2 decades, and you still renewing this license.
Nintendo wants to keep it. Like they didn't. I think they didn't renew Geist. I think Geist is out there.
Geist is gone. Geist is gone, yeah. And so is ain't Kaido's back to Bandai.
Yeah, it's back to Bandai Namco now.
Yeah. So yeah, they did.
Even though they published the second one, they published Baten Kaito's Origins, and so they had the rights to that from Namco, but they gave it back. So, yeah, but Eternal Darkness, Nintendo wants to keep it for some reason. So I'm guessing they have some plans at some point of doing something with it, other than potential amiibo or cards in Smash Brothers.
Amiibo. So back on Kirby. I put some gameplay up, so check it out. The demo is up too on the Switch. So if you are thinking about it, play the demo, because the demo pretty much lets you know exactly how it's going to play.
Yeah.
Now the demo is not a shot for shot what you do in the game, because I thought it was going to be like that, and I was sadly mistaken. I hate them all. Also, I don't know about y'all, but every time Nintendo does post-apocalyptic, they make it fun. Like, I want to go to this post-apocalyptic world. Like, I wouldn't mind going to Splatoon. I wouldn't mind going to Kirby. They make it like you want to go there.
Yeah, I want to know what the world was in Mario Odyssey too, with the whole dragon and all that. Bayonetta. What spawned that? That's like really Bayonetta. Interesting.
Bayonetta, because the dragon did look like one of Bayonetta's summons.
Yeah, and I'm over here like, I'm just wondering, like, how did y'all even come up with this? But then, like you said, for all intents and purposes, Bayonetta has become a Nintendo property because Sega can't afford it, and Platinum is like, whoever wants to publish it, go. So
yeah, basically. And ain't nothing smoother than Bowser in a white tux on top of a dragon.
Man.
Chilling with a top hat. All he needed was a cane, baby. All he needed was the cane.
Man.
With some diamonds on it.
He got hit with the coldest dose of red pill reality with Mario at the same time. Just like, she's really gonna do both of us like this? Yes, bro.
At a church on the moon.
You better go holler at Rosalina, bro. She tall enough for Bowser anyway. So
The funny thing about it was, not only did she leave both of them, she took the ship.
yes,
Go leave them there.
yes.
That's like what?
I got a kingdom to rule. Y'all tripping?
I'm like, hold on.
Stranded.
So let me get this straight. So you got kidnapped,
Mm-hmm.
and you just decided you were gonna leave. If I was Mario, I would have been mad. I'd have been, this is never happening to me again.
This is the quote unquote female empowerment thing that Nintendo has always been doing since the 80s, where they're just like, we're just gonna have these females feign to need to be rescued, but they never really need it. Like Zelda is just like, rescue
Zelda.
me. I'm a nuclear weapon. I need nothing. I need nothing. Watch me kill Ganon by accident.
Actually, she
Like-
does kind of need Link because Link is a distraction. Link is a
Yeah,
distraction.
you
so
need cannon fodder. Like,
Yeah.
all right, here you go.
Link
Right
is
He's
a
like,
distraction
you
until
look,
she
hold
powers
on.
up.
You can't even call Link cannon fodder. Cannon fodder don't survive the fight.
Yeah.
True.
Link, here's Zelda is Goku getting the power for the Spirit Bomb, and Link is Vegeta having to go fight Kid Buu.
Like,
But
like
with
think about
without dying.
Mario.
Yeah.
Think about Mario RPG and Paper Mario. Like,
Yeah.
she willingly gets kidnapped. Like, and she's just like, I could leave at any time. They make the joke of she's just like, I should just leave here because these guys are idiots. But no, I'll just stay and wait. She's like, I'll just sit here and wait.
It's like she's just like testing Mario to see what he'll do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except
Mario
for the
would-
one time she actually had to rescue him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still think that game should get remastered because that was hilarious.
That
was
is an
hilarious.
awesome
Yeah.
game. That is an
was
awesome game.
hilarious.
Super Princess Peach, you guys have not. Go get that game.
Yeah.
Go get that game on the DS.
It's
wonderful.
it's
I was
worth it.
surprised that they didn't. That's one of the ones I was surprised that they didn't put on the virtual console for the Wii U.
Yeah. I thought they did put it on there. That's
They did.
crazy.
They did.
That's the one they should go back and get
They
because
put
that's a
hunters on.
gem.
They put hunters on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
they
didn't
did.
do that one.
Man,
Don't even
that's
know why.
Crazy.
So, Mario Kart 8, the new tracks, I did try them out. I have not did a race yet, but I did
Okay.
try them out because I was doing the ghost mode because I am not going to embarrass myself online. So, I went through a couple of because I don't have I didn't play Mario Kart Tour, so I was trying out the Mario Kart Tour ones. Going through Coconut Mall, it all came back to me from the Wii, so I'm like, okay, I know where I need to go. It's pretty much the same course. They just plopped it on the Switch.
Hmm.
Fine by me. I'm not gonna get mad at that.
And they took the Mii's out that everybody's mad at over for some reason.
Whatever. You ain't got time to worry about them. But yeah,
And look, and gas prices is too high for the shy guys to be running them cars. So
yeah, they ain't,
For
yeah.
sure.
But as far as like the game's concerned, I thought they looked good. I know some people complain about their looks. I'm like, dude, I don't have time to care about the difference.
The mall elevator is different now. Like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah,
I don't.
someone was mad. Oh, and I remember seeing that picture on Twitter. Someone was
There's a
mad.
cartoon
You
gorilla
got-
riding a cart.
Cart,
Are we
and you're
really
mad
worried
about
about
a
really-
flat escalator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Like you don't have time to worry when you're playing that. You don't have time to worry about that. If you got time to worry about that, you about to get blue shelled.
No, you wouldn't even be getting blue shells because you'd
The
be losing.
graphical fidelity of a Mario Kart game. When we got supposedly real world open world games and you got invisible walls in it, I think one of those might have more problems than the other. I don't know.
Yeah, the thing about it is like when you're playing the game, when you're actually doing the race, do y'all ever pay attention to the background? I don't.
It takes a lot of you have to like if I'm doing time trials or something, then maybe I'll have enough time to kind of look around in the environment, or if I just wanted to play around and drive backwards or whatever I want to do to find where all the shortcuts are or whatnot. Like otherwise, you're not. If you're playing the game, you don't have time. It's just like Splatoon. Like, oh, well, I need the voice chat. And you're getting shot in the face, bro. Like you don't have time. You don't have time to regroup and figure out what your strategy is going to be. Like, no,
You got 3 minutes. Get it done.
Yeah, you're racing, and somebody in last place is like, you know what's about to happen?
Yeah.
Everybody's getting that business because I'm in last place.
And you about to get this work.
Yep.
The people
don't
in
be
2 through
Daisy.
5, the people in spots 2 through 5, they happy. They're like,
Yep.
ooh, glad it ain't me.
Yep. They're like, I ain't in first place. I'm straight.
but some of them back off a little bit too.
Intentionally, so they're not in first place. Like I've seen people actively break. Like you're like the finish line's right here, and they're like, I'm not getting it. I know how this goes. I'm not.
The wildest one I've ever seen, and somebody put this on Twitter, and I wish I could find it. Dude was winning. He saw the blue shell, hit the break.
Up.
Dude went in front of him. Blue shell hit. He went around number one. I'm like,
yep.
No, the bad thing is the person that he backed up behind tried to start backing up too. It was just too late.
That moment when you realize Mario Kart reality, like that's how it works.
It was like, oh nah, the dude just drove up.
Yeah, because in the way he did it was smooth. Because he saw, you can tell he saw it. He hit brake and hit reverse, and dude in front of him, bruh, you knew what it was. He just went around him. He got a little too excited.
Like Chanel said, he said Mario Kart 8 looks good in his first debut. Yeah, dude, this is a Wii U game, and the Wii U game shattered expectations when it came out. So it's like you can't really complain when you're talking about a console that averaged up to 44 watts, and you're playing the same game in 11 watts in your hand, and it looks better than it did on that previous 8th generation console. So I mean, whatever graphical additions they add to this DLC, yeah, sure, great, that's fine. Ultimately, that doesn't matter in a Mario Kart game.
It don't. Like everybody's problem. The biggest problem is what I've seen, and it's still one of the most irrelevant things I can think of. But the problem is that because the courses from Mario Kart Tour haven't had a whole bunch of additional graphical changes added to them. Like, but they don't really need to do it. Like, you know where they came from.
Yeah.
We know they came from the mobile. Whatever. But like I said,
you getting a whole game worth of courses.
You're getting a second game.
Yeah. Or it could be worse. What they could do is just say, you know what, Mario Kart GP is a free game, and every token is DLC. Nintendo could do that because and you know what, and as broken as the game industry is now, I would expect them to do that, and people complaining, they could just deal with it because they're complaining about stuff they're getting like for free. Like, bro, like if you own the game, you get this. Like, if you subscribe to the service or whatnot, you get this additionally for free. And I don't know what's the price for the DLC now? It's $24.
$24.99.
All these extra tracks
for 48 extra tracks. It's gonna wind up being 48 tracks. It's more than what.
So 50 cents a track, right? So 50 cents a track. This is what you're gonna do versus you having to put $2-3 in every time you go play in the arcade, or however you want to do it, and that's not capable for them at all. Like, you see this in other games. Gran Turismo 7 is doing what? Like what?
Yep.
Oh, but that's a more realistic game. I'm like, okay, it looked realistic when it was offline and you didn't pay nothing extra.
Look, man, Mario Kart is realistic for the Mushroom Kingdom. I don't know why y'all tripping about this realism.
Exactly.
It's realistic.
Killing me over here. Like, you got a toad retainer, a mushroom.
You got a giant ape. You got an elf. You got
that's
like, what are we doing?
That's all real. I don't know what you're talking about.
You got babies.
You got a mushroom princess rocking spandex on a motorcycle. Like, what do you?
You got a galactic. What is Rosalina?
Yeah, she's a star child. I mean, that's what the story says. She's a star child. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
you got that
7'5" star child.
Yeah,
that happens to be blonde.
Yeah, on a bike.
On a bike.
You got a giant ape with a tie on that has DK on it.
Yes.
And you're complaining about realism. Okay. But I will say this: that what's the stage? What's the track where you got? It's the amusement park. You go in the water and out. I can't remember the name of it.
Park.
Yeah,
is that the one where you drive on the keys?
No, that's the 3DS one. I'm talking about the Switch one, where I think it's like the first cup, the Mario Cup. The second track is where you like go in the water. It's at the amusement park. You go in the water, which I don't understand how they breathe underwater with no.
Oh yeah. I know.
It looks magic.
And then you surface towards the finish line.
Yeah. So All real time ray tracing, by the way. Real time ray tracing.
Oh, of course, because RT cores existed on the Wii U, so you know how that goes.
Yeah, real time ray tracing, people. Just look at the reflections on the water.
Yes, clearly, because if you have reflections and refractions, it means you're ray tracing.
Yep,
Clearly,
right.
you're not doing rasterization at all in any way, shape, or form.
It's real time ray tracing.
Yeah, I can't with these people. I can't anymore with these people. I saw a thread dude's like he's just talking about, oh, look how much Ratchet is doing with this ray tracing, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, bro, that game isn't ray traced. It's not ray traced. You're looking at one reflection. You're looking at some water. That's it. Everything else is rasterized. Like, I don't know what else. You can't explain this stuff to people, and then when you point it out to them, they're like, you're just hating on Sony. And I'm just like, no, you just don't understand how technology works, and it's not happening on even PC right now. Stop. But
it really ain't happening on PC.
It ain't happening.
It really ain't happening.
It's not. Like, when you say you got full ray tracing happening on Minecraft and it still has issues, come on, man. Come on.
Same, man. Yeah, that real time ray tracing in Mario Kart 8.
Minecraft is bringing the PC to its knees at 1080p. Like, I don't. That should tell you enough of what's happening. If you're gonna have full scene ray tracing,
the Electrodome in Mario Kart 8 has full Koopas dancing in a club.
Man, that thing be jumping. That thing be jumping. Like, who? Man.
Here's the funny thing about it. I kind of want to do a go-kart race in a club now because they don't.
Yes. They be jamming up in there, man. You come right, you swing around the corner, everybody's let's go.
Look, John.
Man.
Let's go.
They are jamming.
Then that would be the most awkward Mario Kart game ever.
That's you know what they should have had, Lil John.
But it would
Lil
be
John
fun.
and Utah Boys do that.
Yeah.
They just had a little Koopas dancing. What? That was to show up.
What?
Yeah.
It would be fun and ridiculous all at the same time.
And I would play it.
And everybody would love it. Even the people that claim they hate hip hop, they would love it. Because it would be everybody who Lil John is.
Play it all day.
Yeah.
That track would be getting used in every cup. Every cup. You racing it at least once every cup.
I'm surprised nobody in Atlanta done that yet.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. There might be some Atlanta Instagram stuff that has.
Yeah,
I wouldn't imagine.
If somebody went to a option out of warehouse, made it into a doggone club, and put a Mario Kart race in it.
There are literal Mario Kart memes about Atlanta 285 anyway, like just like bums hitching rides on the sides of trucks, like in broad daylight.
In broad daylight.
Like dudes skateboarding, hanging off the side of a car, like this. Yeah, welcome to Atlanta, guys.
When I was going through Atlanta last Sunday, when I was going through Atlanta, I did see somebody hanging off the side of a Walmart semi on 285.
The worst I saw was a Harley towing another Harley on 285. I'm like,
I've seen that before. I've seen that before. Yeah,
you just got a tow cable, bro. Okay, yep. This is what we doing. All right, that's interesting.
The funniest thing though was in South Carolina, and I know I'm going off tangent, but people trust me, you're gonna laugh at this one. Y'all know the mopeds? I saw a moped with a chopper handlebars on it in South Carolina, and Buddy was like,
"Can't tell him nothing.
You tell him a damn thing." Buddy had go home. 85, just chopper handlebars on a moped.
That man said, he said, "I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna sit on the porch. I'm gonna drink sugar water and eat a mayonnaise sandwich with flip flops on." That's exactly the life right there. Like, this mega hood.
I pulled out the gas station. I saw that, and I couldn't do nothing but respect. I was like, "Bruh, hey."
The fact that he had the audacity to put that on a moped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about him just like. both feet inside. Like, I don't know what he's listening to, but
he doing the real motorcycle.
Yeah, like dude, that's a moped, man. It's not a Harley. You can tell him that. People, if you ever want to see an impromptu car show, just go to South Carolina and just get on the interstate.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Just go to South Carolina. No matter what interstate it is. If you want to see an impromptu car show,
Atlanta 285 on Saturdays too.
Mm-hmm.
that too. Yeah,
Or any park in Atlanta on a Sunday, you see a car show.
yeah. 285 was way more hilarious because that's
Yeah,
when you see like the family vans with like
there
spin
were
wheel
rims
trail
on.
steering
Yeah,
wheels on them.
hmm
Yeah, with two baby seats in the back.
yeah. You'll see good
Priority.
stuff. You'll see good stuff for in the parks, but yeah, bring a bulletproof vest.
Yeah,
That's just
that
the
too.
way you'll need that for protection to survive that type of
But it will
environment.
be hilarious because you will be laughing because somebody gonna make it funny.
Oh, for sure.
They gonna make it funny. You just gotta know where you at. But that being said, there's one more first impression I do want to give before I get out of here, and that is I know we all are gamers, and sometimes we feel certain ways about stuff that get optioned to come to live action. I think y'all know where I'm going with this. I watched the first episode of Halo.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to watch that
Yeah, I
myself
still
now.
gotta do
So.
that.
Can I be completely honest with y'all? I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad. And here's why I wasn't mad. They already told me stuff that made me mad 2 weeks ago, so I knew it was coming, so I was already ready for it. But to be fair, to be completely fair to them, the first episode was not bad. I think they lied to people though, saying they didn't take stuff from the expanded. Yes, they did.
Yeah,
And if people know anything about the lore, they picked and choose what they took. So there's that. I thought the action looked great. The CG ain't look. You're not getting Disney Plus and
yeah.
Warner Brothers CG. You ain't getting that.
We talked
Don't
about it
think you're getting
yesterday, so it
that.
probably gonna be a little bit above what the pilot of Naomi, maybe. I'm
Yeah,
guessing at this point. And
yeah,
Naomi
yeah.
is pretty good. The pilot was
But
really good.
I will say this: like, even though it's not on jaw dropping CG, I think it makes the especially the elite. It make the elite look real. Because that's who you see in the first episode. You see the elite in the first episode. You don't see like the brutes or any of the grunts in there yet. Yet I know they coming, but you do see the elite, and it makes it feel real. Like you know how Star Wars used to make it feel real, make the
Hmm
aliens feel real. It kind of feel like that, even though the CG ain't. I look if you think you're about to see Thanos in the in the Black Order, you're not going to see
Right.
that.
I,
You just not
I
going to
think
see that.
the way that they're doing this, the way it's gonna be centered on kind of like people.
Yeah.
I think like the grunts need to be kind of like um an afterthought as far as like
Well, you're
special
gonna
effects
need
because
them. You're
you
gonna
got to
need
look
them.
down to see them. Like
Well, no, you're gonna need them for comic relief because right
true,
now they don't have a real comic relief in that first episode. And if they do it right, if you pull it right, just have them doing that Deadpool commentary in the background like they do on every game will kind of even stuff out, in my opinion.
okay.
They did show the prophets. The prophets look great, by the way, because the prophet of mercy, his punk ass is in. I mean, I'm sorry. The prophet of mercy is in there. I
You
can't
said it
wait till they
right.
kill him. I can't wait till they kill him. I'm like, please kill him in a jacked up Game of Thrones way, please. But he's on there and he's appropriately manipulative. And he looks great, by the way. Like the people that needed to look great looked great. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Watch they switch it up and have Arbiter do it.
I don't care. Just kill him. Just
Actually,
kill him.
hell, I felt like that would have made more sense in Halo 2 anyway.
Yeah,
Just killed it. I'm sorry. But yeah, he needs to die. I mean, the first episode, I'm like, you lived even in the alternate universe, you're alive. Kill him.
Mhm.
Nah, can Tywin Lannister come to this world and just kill him, please? Can Tywin Lannister red wedding this dude, please?
look, the rampant AI said he needs to exist so the other Halo rings continue to function. Okay, this has to happen. Okay, there are 7 of them. We must travel to all 7, and we can't travel to all 7 if we don't have a tyrant on Halo Ring 2.
That's why I say to fight a tyrant, bring in a tyrant, bring in Tywin Lannister. So the Lannisters always pay their debts. Like get rid of them. But yeah, I didn't hate it. I thought it was okay. They did a good job of setting it up for. They made it interesting enough for me to want to see the second episode.
Okay.
That's why I'm leaving it. It does run an hour though. It runs a full on hour. So
Okay.
Is it every episode or just the first one?
Just the first one, from what I understand. It's supposed to be between 45 and 55, from what I understand.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that.
Like
Don't
the
quote me on
random
that.
Disney kind of way?
Yeah,
Okay.
like that. So, but like I said, I don't know how many episodes they're going for this season. They've already greenlit season 2. I guess that's how much money they put into it. Go figure. But the first episode, I'm not mad at, because when you know how in the lore they always tell you like when the covenant come, they wreck shop.
Yeah.
Oh, they
We will
showed them wreck
glass your
shop.
planet.
Yeah, they wreck shop. They wreck shop. So for the people that love gore, y'all gonna love that first episode. Cause them boys come through and they like, oh, you human? The hell you think you're doing? Oh, did you just shoot me with a Glock? I have a sword.
But knowing the full story, all that makes sense though.
Yeah, it does.
All of it, the hatred they have, like all of that stuff makes sense. You think they're just coming out of nowhere? No, this is predisposed from other stuff that happened before, and they think you are them. And they're coming and they're like, hey, anything that looks like y'all, we think that y'all about the people that really did us wrong centuries ago, eons ago, what have you. And that's insane to think about in retrospect. Knowing the story before watching that and seeing the type of malice that they have, it makes a lot of sense.
And I will say this: you're going to need to know a little bit of the Halo lore. You're going to need to know a little bit of it, because they do a couple things in that first episode that if you're just a regular watcher of film and TV, you're not going to understand why this is going on. The gamers will.
Yeah.
You won't.
So maybe you have to watch like all the episodes together, kind of like WandaVision type situation.
Kind of like that,
where you're not going to get it until maybe the 3rd or 4th episode.
Yeah, like if you're not a comic book reader, you would have to watch. Like that's why I was telling people, I'm like, look, because I had people getting mad at me about WandaVision because I was telling people, hey, you need to watch it. Man,
just finish watching it.
These first 3 episodes is boring, man. I'm about to get mad. Bruh, just keep watching it. I'm promise.
Just see it through, my boy. Just see it through.
And then they were like, hey, dude, this is one of the best shows I've seen, man.
Man, it was shot so well. Yeah. 1 and 2 was shot so well. The sound design.
Yeah. So, like I said, but I understood why people were mad at first, because I'm like, they don't read comics, so they expecting full-on MCU Thanos level stuff. You're like, you're not going to get that. Like, bring down your expectations a little bit.
I was done when the bars came down and showed that it was anamorphic widescreen. And then the sound picked up. I was like, this is what we doing? Okay, y'all are really like going for a wall with this. That is pretty cool.
That's why I tell people like Disney showing they complete ass, because they were like, yeah, we got money. We got more than you.
Yeah.
We got more than you.
Yeah.
Our movies made billions.
In the last episode, they definitely put all the money out there for
sure. So and they've been doing that every week. So like I said, Halo, it's not bad. They're gonna be, you'll hear people say they hate it. That's their opinion. I didn't hate it. For a first episode, I thought they did a good job of actually making me want to see what happens next. Even though they did one thing that they said they were going to do, and they do take his helmet off. You do see his face. God, that was a big mistake.
Why would you?
First episode?
Don't show John. You don't show John first. Why would you show John?
They showed him. Well, that's why I'm glad they said something 2 weeks ago, because if they hadn't told nobody, everybody would have ragged on it. Everybody would have ragged on it.
I understand them wanting to show his face, but the problem is doing it in the first episode is way too soon. You want to save that for like the season finale if you're going to do it,
or at the penultimate episode.
I just need this is what I need to happen for my Halo lore to be complete. I need either in a future Destiny game or in a future 343 game, be it Halo or Halo Wars or whatever. I need them to just confirm for me that John Spartan is John from Marathon Infinity. I just need y'all to just please tie those two together for me.
They're not gonna do that.
I need that. I need that. We know that's what y'all touching on, but y'all ain't directly saying it. Just say it.
They're not gonna do that,
dude. You're naming Halo maps after bosses in Marathon. I need you to say it.
They're not gonna do it.
They can't.
If that was the case, if that was the case, when he would have took off his helmet, he would have been Sylvester Stallone. John Spartan from Demolition Man.
I just need you to say it. I need it. Just say you're him. Say
Nope.
the original
what would
rampant
have been
AI
funny?
in Marathon is Cortana. Just say it.
You know what would have really been funny though? If he would have took his helmet off, it was Wesley Snipes.
Oh Jesus.
That would have been hilarious.
True Demolition Man.
The villain from Demolition Man is now John Spartan.
That'd have broke somebody's heart.
That's Chief. That was
True John Spartan.
Yeah, but the great actor Bokeem Woodbine is in this because he's going to be in the second episode. I love Bokeem Woodbine, man. He's awesome. I love that dude. So this is going to be actually interesting. Like I said, I'm actually looking forward to this. I actually liked how they showed the Spartans fight.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job of showing them how they fight in a situation where they were outnumbered and pinned down. And they still and once again. And this is from the trailer as well, so I'm not really spoiling anything. They do call him the demon, which I'm like, I thought y'all said this ain't supposed to be the game timeline. Stop mixing them. They keep mixing stuff. So I'm like,
so depending on your point of view, he's either going to be the demon
or
the redeemer or the Spartan. So
like I said, there's some stuff they take from the lore and they try to pick and choose. I don't think they should have did. If you're gonna say this is not the game world, fine, but go all the way out with it and don't use game world. They're using the game world to fit their little whatever they're trying to do. Also, the lady that plays Halsey, I like her. She's not 100% good or bad. I like how she's playing the game because they kind of threw a little politicking in there. Mm-hmm. Which I'm actually interested to see how this goes.
That's more or less what happened in the game, though.
Yeah,
but that's also what happened in the books. Halsey is very political.
Yeah,
and plays both sides of the field.
Oh, how far back are they going though? Is this young Halsey or
young Halsey?
Okay,
but they.
So Cortana isn't a thing yet.
Hold on. I'm about to go into spoiler territory, so you're getting your warning in 3, 2, 1. She got a husband and a daughter.
Oh, makes sense. So all right,
that's the Halsey they use. And Cortana is
spoilers for a 2001 game. All right,
yeah, but this is a TV show and it's kind of different, so spoilers. And there is Cortana-ish in there in the first episode. I know what they're about to do though. When you see it, you'll be like, "They is not feeling it." Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're gonna do that. That thing that you're about to get mad at. Yeah, they're gonna do it.
Mm.
I see him doing it. So yeah, Cortana is kind of in there.
Okay.
Kind of.
If Halsey's there, we know how that's gonna go. So,
yeah. So So that's how. But people are gonna get mad when they see that. I'll tell y'all when we go offline. People are gonna get mad. That's probably why some people are mad.
I think I got an idea already.
Yeah.
Spoilers, bro. Like
some people are mad now because they watch the episode, they were not expecting that, and I'm like, so
everybody's played all the way up to Halo 5 yet, right? Like everybody,
yeah.
Halo 5, Halo Infinite, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in this, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Pretty much everybody that follows us is probably close, I would imagine.
Man, most of the people that follow us, I think, have watched or have played, or at least know the lore enough to be like not mad.
Yeah. For the stuff I've read up on, it wouldn't make much of a difference to me. So.
You know, us raving Nintendo fanboys never play Xbox games. I don't know why I would play any Xbox games back here. It just makes no sense to me why I would play anything on an Xbox. Why would I do that?
Shadow, I gave you that Xbox Series Xbox. There's nothing in there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Damn.
Right. That's why I didn't upload the unboxing video that I have here. That's 44 gigabytes. Like, I should probably upload that at some point.
You know, I went to Best Buy and got that empty box and gave it to you and mailed it to you.
pulled a Nintendo with Splatoon.
Oh man.
But yeah, first episode, look, I would tell anybody if you like military stuff and like good action, give it a shot and just see what you think. The sci-fi elements are good.
Mm-hmm.
So it is interesting. Like I said, Prophet of Mercy in there. Please die horribly. And I hated that fight, man. I don't know about you. I hated that fight in Halo 3.
Yeah, it was weird.
That little running. Like, what you running for?
Too much. I'm gonna teleport my G. This what you gonna do? Okay.
Okay, give me that rocket launcher. No, give me that rocket launcher. Give me
Big
that
fact.
goddamn rocket launcher.
Big fact.
Teleport
Splash
this.
damage.
So,
Splash damage.
But yeah, I didn't mind the first episode. I'm actually interested in seeing what happens. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's interesting. That's all I can say, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it for like first impressions, because that's the only thing. Did I hit everything?
Trinell shocking me, man. He said he ain't played Halo. Nothing. Like not even
Oh
the
snap!
first combat evolved like that. He's got to play it. Like he's got to play it.
Yeah, some people haven't. So I mean, cool. I mean, hey. So let's see. So we did Room Factory 5. We did Kirby. We did Mario Kart. We did the first impression for Halo. So I think that's everything game related.
But we didn't talk about the topic, the title. Like we didn't talk about the
Well,
magical
that
folders.
you know what? I'm gonna let you take that because we did kind of gloss through it because I was trying not to be upset. I was trying to be nice. So by all means, if you want to take your rage out, sir.
Oh no, the rage is no rage. I mean, we know the facts, right? So
yeah.
like Nintendo release update where you can now essentially you create folders, so you can organize your applications into groups on your Nintendo Switch now on the very last page of your menu. So essentially, it's an application that you can dump up applications in. It doesn't work as an actual folder.
Nope.
Contrary to popular belief. But no, they're there essentially as folders for you, the end user. And people are tripping because, it took 5 years for them to make folders. And I'm like, there's still not folders on Sony platforms right now. And I don't hear you saying nothing about that for
is
those.
Is there folders? I don't remember seeing no folders over there.
Nah.
Yeah, no I think the only thing, like Microsoft has groups, but that's it.
Yeah.
And you only get a limited number of groups that you can make. So
I don't understand this thing. Well, it was on 3DS, and it was on Wii U, and I'm like, Wii U.
Yeah, and Wii U got it 3 years after it was out.
Oh yeah,
because it wasn't.
Party Break.
Yeah, it wasn't on 3DS or Wii U from
at first. Yeah, it was 3 years after. So it's a lot of selective memory going on, and the same people that are complaining about it, I thought they hated the Wii U. I mean, I thought it was haterade season.
I mean, it was. Sorry, Carter break, but it was. There was nothing that could be right for Wii U. People hated Miiverse. Now they want it back. They hated Virtual Console and how it was slow and a la carte and now they want that back. And I'm like, so you want to pay more for each game? Is that what y'all want to do? That's what you're saying now. They hated the menu and they said it was slow for Wii U, and I'm like, now you want those folders and stuff back, but you said it was slow and you hated it when it was out, so I don't understand. And I'm just thinking, like,
slow.
If those things weren't there, if Nintendo did like they did with Switch to Wii U would have been such a faster console, such a much faster console to be able to play games on. Because now you have a Wii U that has a full 2 gigs of RAM to play around with versus 1. And I mentioned that before, and I was talking about that, and I'm like, they have the memory for you, so you can have all these streaming apps and all this other foolishness that you want to install because you want more than just a console, and nobody wanted it. So when Nintendo came out with Switch, and they're like, the PS4 is doing well, and initially its shell was nothing. It was just like game page, and the games look good. So we're gonna make this, but it's for a portable system. So it's portable, and then whenever you want to play it on TV, put it in a dock, and now it's on the TV too. 1080p, let's go, right? Now all of a sudden that's a problem. Now you want all the old Wii U stuff back, but that was the system that you didn't buy. Oh, well, it was on 3DS, and I'm like, 3DS, what's up? How well did that work on 3DS? Because then you tried to load everything, and it takes forever to load anything. So. And it was an afterthought on 3DS because 3DS wasn't built with Miiverse or any of that kind of stuff in mind. It was patched on after the fact versus Wii U, which was launched with it. Yeah. It was built into the OS, like it was baked in. There was no way around it. So how do you try to compare that to a new system that's out now, and then you got another system that is competing with it right now that's supposedly that's 4K and ray tracing and all this stuff, and it doesn't have folders either. And you say you don't compare Nintendo to other platforms, but you want Nintendo to have dedicated voice chat like other platforms. But
They
you want
do
to,
have
but you
one. They do have one. Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So you're
Sorry.
like well, other platforms have built-in like native voice chat lobbies and stuff like that. But I thought you said you only compared what Nintendo does to other platforms. Like which one is it, my G? Like I don't understand. Like what? So you're only comparing you're only comparing the Switch to the Wii U and 3DS. Cool. So that means don't bitch about Switch not having the online infrastructure like PS5 and Xbox Live have. That's what that means. So if you're only comparing it to the other platforms, that's cool. All right, you say, hey, look, I want folders and all this stuff back. Well, the folders are there. So don't bitch about that, and don't
Ish.
move the goalpost and then say it took 5 years and now I need things. And I'm like, bro, do you know how long it took things to be on PS4?
Yeah.
So yeah, daddy's at large. I see you, but it's like, you know, it's just one of those things that just frustrating me. Like they have it here. So the complaint that you were having for 5 years, is addressed now. So maybe, okay, that complaint goes away. You're like, oh, well, yeah, that thing I was complaining about, they have finally addressed that. Cool.
It's not going
But
away.
that's never the take. Now it's move on to the next thing I want to complain about.
Yep.
And you know, oh, well, it still has only 32 gigs of RAM or 64 gigs of RAM. And I'm like, so the Steam Deck, the base model. Oh, well, that's different. That's different. That's different. You can upgrade it. I'm like, you can upgrade Switch, put an SD card in. Well, that's different. That's different. That's different.
No, that's not different.
What are we doing?
You can't put you can't put one game over on there because if you put Call of Duty on Steam Deck, you ain't gonna have no. You ain't got no thing. It's gonna be real funny.
I try to base everything in reality, right? Y'all probably saw the video that I posted. Like, gamers want something that's simple, and that's why consoles exist. Otherwise, they wouldn't be successful, right? Otherwise, everybody would just own a PC and be done with it. But
True.
when you have to do with what Steam Deck is doing, I'm buying Steam Deck for research purposes only. I'm going to install OSs on it and literally just fuck around with it. If you want to buy a Steam Deck, which is essentially a console, but it's really a PC, and you have to go through all these steps to open this console, put a certain type of NVMe SSD inside, then screw it back in an appropriate fashion, make sure that you don't break connectors in doing so, and close it back up, and then make sure everything is partitioned well, because a lot of games that do not work within Steam Deck, you need to install Windows for it, and you have to make sure the Windows drivers are accurate for said thing. And if you format your Steam Deck to run on Windows, you delete everything. Like, you can't have the Steam OS and all that stuff there. You will have to create your own partition, start all over, and everything that came with your Steam Deck is gone. So you will have to have, hey, look, I'm going to wipe this entire drive, start all over again, have one that either has like, RetroArch or just Steam OS or what have you, and Windows in separate partitions, and then boot from that, and then try to go from there. And even then, what's going to happen on the Steam Deck side, there's going to be like 7 extra partitions that it uses to park saves and stuff like that. So
Yep.
all that foolishness you have to go through to make sure I can have extra storage and then play game X, and then you go into game X, and game X has different settings than game Y, and game Z, and game A as you start at the beginning of the alphabet again. All that foolishness is not a thing you have to do when you could just take a cartridge, put it in here, turn the power on, and press A.
Mhm.
And that's the difference. And I try to explain that to people, and it's not some, oh my God, he's being extra petty or whatever. Like, no, this is the reality for people. And this is why they go into a store and they say, no, I'm just going to buy that because I press A and I'm able to get into a game, versus all the foolishness you have to go through to get into a game on Windows in general, Linux in general, Mac OS in general. And you get varying degrees of success. So I don't know, man. And you beg for all these features and stuff, and then when they come, y'all don't really say anything. So you don't really want them. The goal is to have the games, and the games only. So I'm glad that the Switch standard features are finally there for you people. but I know you're not going to stop from playing. You're just going to move the goalpost to the next thing. So themes, because a system can only be successful with themes.
Yep.
So, and apparently there's yelling next door about something happening on the red carpet right now. I don't know exactly what that is, but apparently celebrities rule this house. So I don't know. Go figure.
All I'm gonna say is, look, Nintendo, I need to run them things, cuz.
Man,
I'll come run this fake.
Look, so here's my thing. When the Switch successor actually becomes a thing, and Nintendo releases all the information on it and whatnot, right? And they just say, hey, look, it's here. It's going to do 4K and all this other foolishness and whatnot. The detractors of Nintendo Switch, what new argument will they have at this point?
It's not at 16K.
We can't jump to 8K, even though 8K was on the box for PS5. We can't jump to 8K. This system is struggling to play games in 4K with ray tracing at more than 24 frames per second. So we can't just say, well, we're playing games at 8K now, bro. Like, no, that's not it. Like, once Nintendo starts 10th generation, that's all the conversations for all that foolishness is going to stop. And they're like, well, you're using DLSS to get 4K and all this. Like, bro,
okay,
11 watts. I don't.
Shadow, you're missing the point that Unreal Engine 5 is going to let you scan rocks. Okay, do you understand that? The beauty of Unreal Engine 5.
You're not going to waste my RT cores on my new Nintendo Switch that has RT cores.
Dude,
you're not going to waste them.
Dude, it's the rocks. Did you not see the Unreal Engine? Did you not see the Unreal Engine debut? It's the rocks. It's about geometrically getting the rocks proper. Screw ray tracing on water. Rocks.
So, okay. Vicky, do you understand this concept? Do you know what's happening?
Like, I understand the foolishness.
So you have two new consoles that came out. You got the PlayStation 5 and the Series X, right? They have their own ray tracing implementation and engines built in, right? If you use the Xbox SDK and the PlayStation SDK, you have ray tracing. Then Unreal comes out, like Epic comes out with an engine, and they have their own global illumination engine that does not support ray tracing in any way, shape, or form.
At all.
Completely negating the need for those RT cores. What are we doing?
We are creating chaos.
Yep, that's exactly what we're doing.
Chaos.
Dude.
Welcome to the gaming industry. Chaos.
Man, when me and Shadow first saw that Unreal Engine 5 thing like 2 years ago, we were like, oh no, this ain't gonna end well. Like, this ain't gonna end well.
I don't even know what the first Unreal 5 game is. I don't even know.
Forspoken.
Forspoken is supposed to be it.
It's supposed to be Forspoken.
And that's not even okay. That looks like Unreal Engine 4.5, but okay.
It's supposed to be Forspoken. That's the last I read. It's supposed to be Forspoken.
I mean, it looks fun. This is like an Elden Ring where you could travel faster, basically.
Yeah. So all I know is Unreal Engine 5 is scalable, so I ain't worried about it. Just like the rest of the Unreal Engines, they're all scalable. So,
but it completely defeats the point of these systems having ray tracing cores dedicated in them. So you disable them, turn them into regular how can I say this, shader cores, and then use them for Unreal Engine, which means that the whole ticker, the whole tip hole checkpoint on the system that you bought is being negated because you're playing an Unreal Engine 5 game.
Yeah, that thing you wanted to use it for, we're not going to use it at all.
It hurts, man. It hurts so bad in the face. Gwen said the cores of the render the clown makeup.
So Trinell has a question. Speaking of engines, is it financially viable to make your own or just Unreal Engine? It depends on what game you're trying to make.
Yeah. And how much you want to pay Epic.
How much you want to pay Epic.
Here's the thing. There is a breakdown for it. Now, if you just want to make a small time game, something quick, dirty, better to use Unreal. Because
Unreal Engine 4 is free. I will say that. Unreal Engine 4 is free.
No, all of them are going to be free up to a certain point. Now, if you start making in the hundreds of thousands of dollars with your game, then they're going to start charging you for it.
Yeah.
But up until a certain point, you can actually do it for free. And that's actually with almost all of the major game engines now, because Unity is the same way,
Yep.
Unreal, Frostbite, a lot of them are the same way. It just depends on what you want to work with.
Yep.
Yeah. Now there's some first party developers that make their own engines because it depends on the game they're trying to make.
Yeah.
That's why like a lot of stuff you'll see with Mario Odyssey, that's their own engine. Monolith Soft, the Xenoblade games, that's their engine.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
And they help build the Odyssey engine and other stuff too. Like it just
Koei
depends.
Tecmo, that the Muso engine, God,
They
that
need to
thing's
fix
horrible.
that.
Yeah,
Yep. They need to
but
fix that.
they need to
Jesus.
fix it. But
They need a
dude,
new
I'm
one.
sorry, they need to fix it. But damn, Hyrule Warriors and One Piece Power Warriors are fun. fun.
Listen,
That
nobody's
engine
saying anything about that.
Yeah,
that engine proved it wasn't even a SIMD limitation because
mm-mm.
they've ported that game to PC and it's
Everywhere.
just as bad
It's
on
just as
PC.
bad. Yeah, it is the actual engine. But yeah, you have your some companies make their own engines for their own stuff. So
Hmm.
everybody doesn't use Unreal, contrary to popular belief.
Yep. A lot of people use a hodgepodge of. I mean, the majority of games you're going to see now have a hodgepodge of bootleg Unreal Engine 3 with some add-ons, um, plus a lot of additional stuff like Speed Tree, a lot of AutoCAD
They're
plugins.
still using Havoc.
Um, they're still using Havoc for your physics. Like
Yeah.
all that kind of foolishness is being thrown together as a hodgepodge, and then they push together. And sometimes they'll take all that together and then label it as one engine. I mean,
Yeah.
like Square Enix is doing with their Luminous engine, which is amazing to me. I think they haven't shipped a single game using that engine to my knowledge today.
Well, they tried to do three on Kingdom Hearts 3, and that blew up in their face. 15 was
Yeah,
supposed to be that, and it blew up in their face. So they had to,
move the Unreal Engine.
yeah, they had to move on. That's what took Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy 15 so long to come out.
Yeah,
Because they tried to do it on Luminous and it just didn't work.
the world isn't ready for ray tracing yet. So what's going to happen is
They're ready for rocks, though. They're ready for
yes, they're ready
geometric
for
rocks.
rocks. Eventually, what's going to happen is there's going to be a PC graphics card that's going to be strong enough eventually to be able to do full scene ray tracing in 720p or higher, and that's what they're going to go with for that. And there's going to be no rasterization anymore. Like there won't be MSAA or none of that other kind of foolishness because the whole engine is going to be rendered via raycast. Once that happens, it's going to happen eventually. I'm guessing within the next 10 years, it's going to happen, and then the rasterization will go the way of the dinosaur at that point. But that's still a ways away, and I don't see. Currently, right now, I don't see anything but other fake approximations that they're using, and they're using buzzwords for. So they'll say, "Oh, we're using RT cores to do this kind of ray tracing." I'm like, "But you're approximating shit, bro. It's not the real thing. Let me look at your SDK and see what you're really doing." Oh, so I have to pick and choose what I'm going to ray trace. Oh, okay. So that's not real then. It's not the whole scene. What are we doing? Why are we doing this?
So,
and me saying this breaks brains and makes people throw me out of conversations and cancel podcasts and delete tweets.
Well,
Go
Shadow,
figure.
I just want you to understand, like when Unreal Engine 6 comes, are we going to be looking at air since we did water and rocks? Or are we going to be looking at air next?
I just want to see the light diffusion that Factor 5 did back in the 7th generation. Can we get that again? I need.
Talk about what they did with Star Wars Rogue Squadron on GameCube.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron 3. Like it was ending 6th generation, going into 7th generation, and they were just like, nobody wants to do this. And then what was the game on PS3 they did with the Dragon game? What was the name of that game? It had the light diffusion engine in it too, but then nobody else picked it up.
Because Rogue Squadron on GameCube had it, and I think they were the only one that used it on GameCube.
Yep, they did a demo for Wii. It was a Rogue Squadron game they did for Wii, and they did a demo for Kid Icarus on Wii as well.
Yeah,
but that didn't turn that down.
Yeah, they turned that one down. That's the one where Pit looked like a
look more realistic.
Man.
Yeah. They did volumetric geometry on the GX shader on Wii.
What else was it? What did they do? It was something else that Factor 5 did, and I can't remember what it was. But the game that it worked on was Star Wars Rogue Squadron. That's why Rogue Squadron looked so good
Yep.
on the GameCube. It looked way ahead of its time on the GameCube.
And it was a custom calculation they did for water, light, and their volumetric maps as well. So if you wanted height maps for geometry and stuff like that, they had a real good calculation for that as well.
So that trench run and the Battle of Hoth was
Polygons everywhere.
Yes.
And it's crazy because if you think about it, when you go back to looking at that game, modern games struggle to keep that same polygon count right now because they're more focused on adding post-processing effects on top. So the polygon count is lower, and then the post-processing effects are on top. So you got your MSAA and all your different shaders and whatnot to make the pixels look accurate and the colors look accurate. But the polygon count itself is low. The detail is low. So we haven't really eclipsed that much more of what we saw in the 6th generation, which is kind of sad.
Didn't somebody by the name of why to say that?
There you go.
Didn't he say that like in 2005? No,
you're gonna start reaching limitations, man.
2006 GDC 2006.
Yeah, you're eventually gonna reach. You're gonna reach that. You're gonna reach that limitation, and that's it.
Which is why Nintendo don't care about what everybody else doing, and they do their own thing.
But what happened between GameCube and Wii? The polygon count went up from 3,000 in Smash Brothers per character to 5,000 on Wii. Like, bro, what? And that was in the same resolution. So as you increase the resolution going to Wii U and Switch or whatever, they're probably going to keep the same polygon count because they're going to increase the demand and resolution. So yeah, you're still going to have the same 5,000 to 6,000 polygons per character.
Yeah, everybody was complaining about Subspace Emissary.
Man, what are we doing?
Damn shame. Damn shame.
But anyways, yeah. Switch has folders now, so people go play that. Do the new update. I still haven't updated this Switch yet. The other Switches have updates, but this is the OG guy with the dust on it and all that because it's the launch unit, and I'm gonna keep it. And I always update this one last for everything. Because I like living in pain.
See, people, he's not a real Nintendo fan. You see, he got dust on his Switch. See that?
Yes.
See that?
I have dust on it because it sits in the dock.
See, he's a liar. He's a charlatan. He loves real-time ray tracing.
Yep. It sits in the dock. But I do have this fancy little USB-C connector cable. So whenever I want to hook up my fight stick, I can. Shout out to Sprite Mix out there. He showing me how the good connectors and whatnot, so I can always fight people on the go. It's amazing.
I do need to get me a fight stick.
Yes, they're wonderful. Did you see Destiny Fomo's tweet?
Yeah, I saw it.
Bro, she got like 12 sticks.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'm
out here in pain, bro, and I understand because I got like 4. So
I'm trying to get 1. So
yeah. So I got the SNES one. I have 2 for 6th generation, and then 1 for Xbox 360, which works for everything because I use another adapter for that. And then I have the one for Switch, which I use an adapter for to play on Xbox One and PS5. So, and by Xbox One, I mean I play the Series X in Xbox One mode, and then I can still play Killer Instinct with it. So in 4K, which is great. So
hater.
Oh no, not hater, man. No, I look.
Play the game the way it was meant to be played.
You will enjoy. You will enjoy these L's with Jago in 4K. You will.
No, I want to play it in 900p and 45 frames a second, like it was meant to be played.
Yes. I mean, either way, it's fun to me. I don't know. Whatever. If I gotta wait a couple extra seconds to load a match, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna take the Arbiter and lose on purpose because I like the
Man, he's fun to play with anyway. So yeah, I'll take an L with him.
Dude, he got some nice combos. He got some nasty combos. But yeah. All right, people, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you, Vicky, for coming. We do appreciate it.
Yes, as the rune turns,
yes.
Maybe it will premiere again another episode Thursday. Maybe.
Please follow her on Twitch and YouTube. Please, because that is, I'm telling you, that first, I finally got the chance to see it. That was wrong and funny all at the same time. So, yeah, please watch that. Please make sure you follow her on Twitch and on YouTube. BIPOC Streaming Awards. You want to
Yes.
Talk about that right quick.
Yes. BIPOC Streamer Awards.com. Go check it out. It is designed to celebrate people of color in the streaming community, content creators. We have a lot of amazing categories from Big Fish in a Little Pond to Hey Mr. DJ to just to the Chatterbox, which this will fall underneath for the Chatterbox category. So yes, please go check it out. Nominate. Nominations are live now. So nominate and share. So you can definitely check us out. BIPOCStreamerAwards.com. Share, share, share. There it is.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
the
good
website.
stuff.
So,
You know,
please,
we people
Definitely will be
complain
supporting.
on Twitter saying that there is not a streamer awards for people
Yep.
of color. Well, now we have one. So let's show up and show out. Nominate now.
yep, everything is live. So there you go. See all the stuff by PocStreamAwards.com. I'll put the link in the description once this is over. So
Yeah, I'll hop on. Share and like the video, by the way, so more people can see this ad here,
Mhm.
because more people need to know what's happening.
yep. So please support. Please support. All right, Shadow, anything you want to pimp out before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm finally back from hiatus. Had a lot of work going on, but that slowed down a little bit. So hopefully Wednesday, I'll have another podcast so people can come on. Y'all can join the chat, whatnot. I'll possibly have people on if they want to come on and debate certain topics on Twitter and whatnot. But I'll definitely be talking about all the recent topics in gaming, which are hilarious. Some of the recent stuff, like people jumping off the PS5 version of Elden Ring to play it on the PS4 version
That's
because
hilarious.
the frame rate is so bad.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, just stuff like that, man. Just a bunch of people self-owning themselves. I got a dude that made a whole video about me, bro, and I'll take him to task. You know how it goes. So,
Uh-oh.
um, just sub to everybody here. Sub to me. You'll see what happens. I'll send a notification out on YouTube when the podcast goes live. Hop in, and then we'll have some fun. It'll be slow and monotonous pain for whoever my subject is, but you know how that goes. So,
All right, Andre,
Well,
anything you want to pimp out?
I'm getting tired of this thing removing me from video.
I told you, man. It's our not sponsored Bethesda. We're not sponsored by Bethesda, and they're doing that for us today.
All right. Well, I got the Cross Zone episode. It was supposed to be up yesterday, but it got pushed back to today, and it was supposed to be up at 6. But I had to push it back again because I had to redo the recording. So it'll be up in like a couple hours. Episode 11, and it's going to involve ninjas. That's all you need to know.
Oh,
quick alibi, not to hijack this man's time. Y'all watch this man latest video, man. He did a video on the HD DVD concept with the Xbox.
yeah.
So y'all check that out. Man, he has all the great topics, man. All the great conversation that need to be talked about. I wish I could come up with these type of topics on the fly like that, so I can put more videos out. But Andre's on top of it, so check out his channel and sub to him for sure.
I mean, hey,
Yep.
somebody can always analyze those videos and go over what they believe would work.
I
and
wonder
pick
who
a
that
few
could be.
Suggestions.
That sounds like a job for Jay up here. I think he got it.
Huh? What? Somebody say something? Somebody say something? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Huh? No. Okay, so me, I have some gameplay up of random things. You had some Xenoblade gameplay up. Xenoblade Chronicles X. I had to start all the way over.
And man, Wii U, I got mine.
Yeah. Gonna have some gameplay up of the Conduit 2 and Red Steel 2. Sometime this week I finally got my sensor bar in. I'm gonna test it out, make sure everything works so I don't run into an issue like I did yesterday. But yeah, some more Kirby, some more Cruel King and Great Hero. I like turn-based RPGs that are indie-ish. So I'll probably do a first impressions on that one because I'm actually enjoying that game a lot. Kind of reminds me of Child of Light, if y'all remember that game from 2014.
Wonderful.
I think if you like that, I think you'll like this. But I'll go into that a little bit more. I have to get a little bit deeper into that game. I only had a chance to play it for a couple hours, so I want to get at least a couple more hours in it before I do an impression because I think it's only like a 12-hour game, so it's not incredibly long.
It can be longer if you want it to be, like depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, so yeah, but that's pretty much all I got. We'll be doing me and Vicky will be doing Halo and Moon Knight reviews on Sunday. So they're gonna be we're gonna do both. We're gonna do both of them at the same time. So
if it's gonna be next Sunday, y'all can invite me to that one because I might be able to watch it by then. I think I'm gonna watch it tonight. We'll see what happens.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. But yeah, so Moon Knight comes out Wednesday. So y'all already know how we do it on Fresh Take. Sunday, we give you 3 full days to watch it. I don't want to hear nothing about no spoilers.
Time.
I don't want to hear nothing about no spoilers because we gave you a full days to watch it. We don't do the video as soon as it drops. We wait till Sunday. You've been warned. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm still working on doing a couple other things with a couple other people. Hopefully those come through sometime this week or this weekend. So this coming weekend. So I'll let you guys know more when I get some confirmations on some things. So that being said, hope everybody had fun. Thank you, chat, for joining. We appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think. If you played Kirby, let us know what you think. If you played Room Factory 5, let us know what you think. And are you doing your real Housewives of Atlanta version on Room Factory 5?
That's what you're doing in Room Factory? Real talk?
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
As the room
full-on polyandry relationships are being developed. Yeah.
Who's Candy? Like, I need to know.
As the room turns, dude. As the room turns.
Oh,
that's the name of that. That's the name of the series.
Very toxic behavior.
They just sitting in front of a hot dog factory, like, I'm gonna start all this drama, like, man. Bruh.
So yeah, so just check us out. Thank you again. We do really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys back next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all have a nice evening. Hope y'all have a great week. Peace.
Appreciate y'all.
Peace,
Holla at you,
everybody.
chat.